Hey friends, my name is Bilal Khan and today I'm going to modify some of the functions and managing them in this proctl project. So the first thing that I'm going to do is, as you can see here, that I'm present in the set.go file, and inside this file this is the set credentials function, and inside this function, as you can see, that these are some of the parameters that I have written, but I need to write the array string instead of writing these variables multiple times. So what I will do, I will delete them, and after that I will write value, alright, and these values would be 4, not just a 4 string. Instead the array will be given to it. Alright, so now let's update them, like value 0, and this would be value 1, and the next thing is going to be value 2, and now the fourth thing is value 3, like this. Alright, so now it will work fine. So I have removed all the variables, string variables. Instead I have written just array variable like this. Alright, so now what I will do, I will update this set credentials in the signup.go file and in the update.go file, as it is giving me error. So now let's first of all open this, and as you can see here, that this is the these are the things that should be removed from here, and instead I will write signup credentials, because these are the signup credentials that I have written previously. Alright, so instead of writing multiple variables, I have just written it once. Now let's go to the update.go file, and similarly I will remove this. Alright, copy this and write values, and now those values should be written like this. Values is equal to 4 string and then like this. Alright, so now it will work fine. Now the next thing is go to the find.go file, because I have to make some modifications here, and I have to create a function. So the first thing that I'm going to do is to copy this workspace functionality. Alright, and what I will do, I will paste this. Alright, once it is pasted, what I will do, I will just change the name of it, like user info, or what you can say, find user info, like this. Alright, find user info, or list user info. This would be a better name to write it, like for list user info. So it will list all the username, all the user information that is relevant to a specific account. Alright, so what I will do, I will change the name and write select emails, then select the full names, and then select the account names, because these three things that the user contains, like the for email and password. I will not be showing the password. Instead I will just show the email, full name, and the account names from the not the workspace. It would be from the, what you can say, sign up, where email and password would be given to it, like email and password, like this. So based on this email and password, the email, full name, and the account name will be fetched from the sign up table. Alright, and after that the result will be shown to me. So let's take a look at this, whether I'm missing something or not. So email, where is this? Let's check this out. Select from sign up, like this. Alright, so as you can see here, email, password, full name, account name, and the is active created. These things are not required yet. Alright, so I'm going to fetch these three things. Alright, so now what I will do, I will similarly copy this function again, and just before copying it, let me just update more thing here, like instead of write just name, I will remove this and write, what you can say, uc variable, uc credentials, and then it would be what you can say, variable uc. I have written uc. Now let's write, what you can say, uc email and %uc full name. This should be written, so I will write it and variable uc account name, like this. Alright, so now what I need to do, I need to update this, like full name and account name, like this. Alright, so now what I will do, these three things will be scanned and they will be fetched Let's remove this print statement and just write what you can say email address. All right, email address, and now let's write this as %s, and then UC email like this, and then UC full name, and then UC account name, and after that let's write the email full name, and give the S sign here. Similarly, let's write account name, that would be % size, and then new line. So it will print the email address, full name, and the account name. All right, these are the things that are scanned, and they will be fetched. So now it will work fine. So the next thing that I'm going to do is to write the password here also, because I have forgotten it. So based on the password and email, these credentials will be fetched. So right email and password. All right, so now it will work fine. All right, so now there is nothing to be modified here, so I will just simply copy it and paste it further one time, and instead of writing user, I will change the what you can see profile like this, and I will not fetch the data based on email and password. Instead, I will just fetch the data based on email, and because the password is not present in the what you can say the profile table. All right, and similarly I will fetch the details like what you can say titles, phones, and then the next thing would be, let's take a look at this, locations. All right, titles, phones, and locations like this. Let's remove this password from here, and now let's remove this one also. UC title, sorry, instead of writing, I will write title like this, and just not user credential. Now this time it will be profile credentials, if I'm wrong, profile credentials. All right, so now it will work fine. Phone and the location like this. All right, title, phones, and location from profile, where email is this. So based on this email address, these three things will be fetched. All right, and now I have scanned them, and after that let's write the, instead of writing email address, I will write title, because these three things should be printed out instead of the full name and account name. All right, so let's write phone number. The next thing is going to be the location. All right, so let's remove this title, phone, and next is location like this. All right, so it will work fine. So let's take a look at this. Before taking a look at this, let me just show it to you that, as you can see here, that this function, some of the details are different, but the rest of the details are common. As you can see here, DB query, handle header, rows next. Similarly, these details are present here also. All right, so what if I use this detail one time instead of using it multiple times? All right, so this will create a problem for me, because it will make the function too long, because one detail is used multiple times. So how can I prevent it? So to do this, I need to make two functionalities more. All right, so these functionalities will basically be helpful in avoiding the common things that are present in these functions. All right, so let me just show you how can I make this. So let's write function. The first one would be for query user. All right, let's write query user, and the second function will be for what you can say query profile like this. All right, so I will show you the step-by-step process in it. So the first thing that I'm going to write here is the DB and star SQL DB, because these are the common things that should be written. All right, so SQL DB, these are all the things that are written here also, and this is written here also. So I will make it just once. After that, let's write what you can say query. So the query that I will write, all right, as you can see here, this is the query that is present here. So I will write it like here. The next thing is going to be what you can say. Let's take a look at this db query and arguments. So these arguments will be helpful when I'll just take, first of all, let's write this. So these arguments will be written with this. Alright, so I will show you how can you use them. So now the next thing is going to be return the user credentials. Alright, once it is done, what I will do, I will first of all write variable uc like this, and user credential uc, and this will be fine. After that, let's write row, and after that let's write db query row, and inside this query row I will write the query. Alright, query, and then the arguments. So the argument could be email and password and all these things that I have written it here. So I will just write the arguments because this is given here. Alright, so this argument will take multiple values. So let's write arguments like this. And now let's write the error, and then row scan, and then write uc email, then uc full name, and then uc account name like this. And the next step is to write what you can say if error, or what you can write is middle where handle error like this. Alright, and similarly you can also write if error is not equal to SQL errors no rows, then I will write the empty print line. So basically it will give me the error if there is nothing present in it. Alright, so if no value is present in the MySQL database, so it will show me nothing. But if it is scanning, if the error is caused due to scanning, then it will return that error. Alright, so based on scanning it will return the error, log fatal error that I have already set up in the middleware file. But if it is not reading the rows, or sorry, if the rows are empty, then it will give me empty input. Alright, empty output. So let's write return uc like this. So similarly I will copy this function and I will paste it like this. Instead of writing query user, I will write query profile. In this time I will not write the user credentials, instead I will write the profile credentials, because for profile the profile credentials are required. Alright, like this. And instead of writing what you can say, let's write PC. Previous one was UC, now this time is PC. So let's write what you can say title, PC title, PC location, phone, and PC location. Alright, so basically this this functionality will fetch the email, title, phone, and location from the what you can say from the profile function, from the profile table. Alright, so let's write PC. All the things are the same. Alright, so let me check it out. Alright, so now let's call this function here in this functionality. Alright, so let's remove this. First of all, let's remove this if statement, remove all of them like this. And now what I will do, I will simply write what you can say, just first of all save it and write query user like this. And inside this query user, first one is DB, as you can see here, this DB is called. The next thing is the query that I have written it here, and the third thing is the interface or the argument. So I will write the arguments like email and password. So based on the email and password, the data will be fetched. Alright, so these are the arguments that I have given. Now let's similarly, what I will do, I will simply copy, I will simply delete all these things like here also. Delete them also like this. Now what I will do, I will simply write query profile, and inside it I will write DB, the first, the argument, the second one is the query, the third argument is the email only, because for this profile info, only email is required. This will be the argument. All right, all the things are the same. So I hope you understood. Now what I will do, so now I need to apply these functionalities here in some kind of file. So what I will do, I will write cobra add info like this. All right, so after adding it, as you can see here that this is the info file that is created recently. So what I will do, I will simply copy this file here in the profile directory like this. Once it is done, I will open this and change the name of this. First of all, delete these commits and write package, and instead of writing cmd, I will write profile. Similarly, I will rename this add.go file and write profile. Similarly, I will do the update.go file and write the profile here like this. All right, so now it will not give me an error, but now what I need to do, I need to go to the function and write cmd root. So it will work fine. Now let's delete these commits, and now let's remove this long commit and just write the description like show the profile information like this. After that, let's go to the add.go file and let's copy this login token. All right, login token. After copying it, let's open copy this if statement also, because there is a need for it. Let's write the else statement also like this. All right, so now it will work fine. After that, what I need to do, I need to update it like first of all login to show the info, show the profile information like this. All right, so now the next step is to call the what you can say, the account email and the account password. So let's copy this and let's write account email and go to the find.go file and list user info, list profile info. So let's write list or user, what you can say, MySQL list user info, that is requiring the email. So I will give the email, account email, and after that I will also give the account password, that is I didn't write it like this, account password like this. All right, account password. So I need to update this account password like this. After that, the next step is to write the MySQL list profile info, that is only requiring the account email like this. All right, so I hope you understood. Basically, I have made two functionalities, and after making them, I use this functionality here to show the information. All right, so now it is done. Let's go to the command line and save this. So let's write go install, and after that, once it is installed, I write proctl status. Now the Vanes is logged in. Now what I need to do, I write proctl info. As you can see here that it is giving me an error that the profile table does not exist. All right, but these names are not showing. So here is a problem that I need to tackle on, and that is all right, yeah. So this was a problem. So I need to delete these variables. There is no need for these variables. Instead, what I will do, I will call I will write the UC here. Instead of writing UC there, I will write the UC here, and here the PC like this. All right, so now it will work fine. PC, and the PC, and here it will be the UC. All right, so I just deleted these variables, and another thing that I need to show you is that I just write the S here, because the profile is not profile, it is profiles. All right, so with S present in it. So the next step is to go to the what you can say, I have forgotten about it, where it is. I need to find it. Let's close this and write find.go file. Here is something missing that I want you to show, that basically, yeah, this one. So basically I don't need these things, so instead I will write what you can say, if error is not equal to nil, and if or error is not equal to SQL error no rows. I will like this, and middleware error, handle error like this. I will just copy this. Instead of writing copy, I will just paste like this. Now it will work fine. All right, so now they are done. So let's clear this and write git go install. In this time, if I write what you can say proctl info, you will see that these are the details that are shown to me here, but the profile info is not shown to me, although the profile titles that are present in the profile table is shown to me, like title, phone number, location, but they are empty. Why? Because this data is not present, but the user information is present here. All right, so this is how it will work. And similarly, if I, let's say, add a new profile like proctl add, and the profile name or the title would be, let's say, hello world, like this. Now you can see that the profile data is successfully inserted. If I type proctl info, this time you will see that the hello world is also printed in it. All right, title, phone number, location. All right, so yeah, it is working fine. So let's remove the F here because it is it should remove the line here. So yeah, this is how it will work. Let's keep it as it is, no problem. All right, so I hope you understood. This video is long, so don't worry about it, but I hope you understood the concepts that I present here. So let's write git status. These are some of the files that are modified and created. Let's clear this and git what you can say, git commit am added the what you can say, find profile functionality, git push origin master, like this. If I open this and refresh, 46, now this time it will be 47. So now they are changed and the functionalities that are I wrote here are added in it. So I hope you understood and liked this video. So if you liked it, then make sure to subscribe to my channel. And if you have any questions, then ask those questions in the comment section below. I'll be happy to answer all of them. So till then, goodbye.